Welcome back to the colouring zone. My name's Helena. So it is completed pages for January. This month has gone so quickly. It's like it's been a blink and we're going into February. So as you can see, this isn't actually a page but a puzzle that I completed. So my lovely friend bought it for me for my birthday. And it's called Aim Puzzle. Now, I've not heard of this before, but I just absolutely love the design of this, and I would really like to use this as inspiration for a page in Circle of Life. So I have completed a double page spread, which is a body colour with the lovely colouring with K. So the page that we completed, actually, do you know what, first I might show you the page that I would like to get inspiration from for this page. So I'm going to use similar colours and try and incorporate it into this design. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love this page. But the buddy colour me and Kay did together is this one. So I think I've got two parts of this, of where I show the how I show the flowers, the fish and the turtle, and I think maybe, oh yeah, and a lily pad as well. So yeah, feel free to check that out. I will have it, one of them at least, linked here. Yes, so I'm so pleased with this. I mean, it took a long time, but oh my god, it was so worth it because I'm really happy with the outcome. And this is something that I never thought I would complete. It's just not, you know, it's just so much detail. And I was so happy. I suggested it. Kay was like, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, which is great. So I used Renaissance paints, the Advent calendar one, as well as the Crown Jewels and also the West End, I think, as well. And then I've also used, on the fishes, there are the Art Spirits paints and also the Art Spirits mirror dust on these wings. And I also added some opal polish. Now, it's by Cosmic Shimmer, and it's just really fun to use. The only thing with it is that it's got a very particular smell, and it's not, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not like pleasant. I don't know what it is that makes it smell that way, but I'm glad I've used it because I feel like I need to be using this more. There's so much product in here. It's going to last a very, very long time. So yeah, I want to obviously use the stuff that I do have. And actually, I really do like the look of it, the shimmer that it creates. So I used Inktense as well as Prismacolors. And is there anything else? Fine liner, and the Albert Durers, as well as the Magnus. So this was such a good page today. I'm so pleased with it, really pleased with it. So some of them have actually got glaze on them and some of them haven't. So I do need to go in and do that. But yeah, I'm so pleased with this, really pleased. So there is that one. Thank you so much for Kay for doing this body colour. I will put Kay's up on the screen now. So I'll just insert it here. So that is from Circle of Life. And that's sort of a sneak peek as to what my plans are for this beautiful illustration that's on the front cover. So there is that one. Now, the next one is actually a whip or work in progress. So I was watching, what was I watching yesterday? Yes, so I was watching Rachel Henderson's video of her completed Worlds of Wonder book by Joanna Basford. And I really enjoyed watching. It's absolutely incredible. I will link that down below in the description if you're interested. Go and check her channel out. She's brilliant. She's so lovely. Anyway, so yes, so I used Bambino crayons and the the Prismacolor blender pen. Now, I completely forgot I had this. It was on my little colouring cart thing, and yeah, it was in a pot, and actually it worked really nicely. The darker colour is a Prismacolor, and then I went over it, it's raspberry, and then I went over with the Bambino crayon, and it actually came up with a really nice effect. I quite like that. So yeah, and I've also used Sakura Black Glaze and also the Art Spirits or Rebecca's golden, I think it's just called golden actually, and it's basically like a foil sort of paint, but look how gorgeous it is. So there's my work in progress. So this here is dedicated to Hannah herself. So it's part of a hashtag, and I think it's called like prayers for Hannah. Obviously she's going through a really bad time with her health. Yeah, so I thought I would do this page. Yeah, I've noticed that some YouTubers are actually showing all of their Hannah Carlden pages all in one video as like sort of like a support video, because Hannah's obviously going through a really tough time at the moment. So yes, so I used Prismacolors for this. All the pencil work is Prismacolors, and then I used a white gel pen, distress ink for the background, and I used a stencil to sort of, yes, I really like the outcome actually. I'm quite happy with this page. I think it does look quite magical. I used the Renaissance. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with this page. I didn't go all over it with the black fine liner just because I was having really trouble trying to go over it. So in the end I just thought, oh, I'm just gonna leave it. I really like how it's come out, and I could add like glossy accents and stuff, but I still can't find it. I could obviously use a Sakura glaze, but I'm quite happy with it how it is. And yeah, so that was really fun one to do, and I hope to do a lot more from Hannah's. And actually I think doing a video dedicated all my completed pages of Hannah's, I think it might, you know, give me some inspiration of which pages I want to do next. So yeah, there is that one. Thoroughly enjoyed doing that. I'm just going to put that off to the side. Now, this one here is actually a whip. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. Obviously, this is Amazon paper. Sorry guys, I've just zoomed you out because it was not quite in frame. So this is by RJ Hampson. I believe his name is actually Russell, and this is Fantasy Tiny Homes, and I did a flip through of this book on the channel, so if you want to check that out I will link it just here. But the page that I've started on is this one here. So it's a bit different for me. So what I did was I used soft pastels for the background, and then I went over with some Prismacolor. And I quite like how it's coming out, and I love my draft. I think he's so sweet. I have used Tombow ABT pens, so the water-based ones, and then I've used Bambino crayons over the top, which is just making it so much quicker. So I'm really happy with how it's coming out. And yeah, I hope to get this done quite shortly. I used an eraser with a ruler to make these like sort of sunbeam things. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased with this one. I think what's made it a bit slow is me trying to like distinguish with what's what, and like, yeah, I'm not really sure. There's so many little details. So I'm just sort of having to sort of guess. What I should do is just watch his Russell's animated colouring of his book that he's got to flip through. Yes, so anyway, there is that one. Really enjoyed working in this book, and really like how the draft's coming out, so I look forward to doing more in this one. Now, I have been on such a Disney kick, guys. So Kate's colouring Haven, as well as Zoe. I believe her name's Zoe Archer. I could be completely wrong, and if I'm wrong, I do apologise. And I will put it up on screen here. So this is Hatchet Heroes, and this is Babies. Now, which page should I do in this one? Yes, so I have actually done a video of how I use the Derwent blender pen to blend out the Bambino crayons, and I really like the outcome. I used Derwent pastel paints in the background, the yellow one, and then I also used Bambino crayons, and what else? Let's have a look. It's right here. Oh yeah, a sparkle pop for the shapes, and yes, that was really good fun. I enjoyed that one. Quite a quick, easy one. I did it within like an hour or so. So there is that one. I really should have a so there is that one. So that's Hatchet Heroes and it's Babies. Now I've done a few in this one. Now this is the Deco Art, and this is also by Hatchet Heroes. Now so I did this one here first on this side. Now this is meant to be, is it Tamara, or anyway, she's the Princess and the Frog, I believe the cartoon is called. And yeah, I was not very happy with her skin. So, and I just couldn't, I didn't know how to sort of save it. So I'm not sure how it looks on camera. It looks, I suppose it looks okay on camera, but in person it doesn't look as good. I used Prismacolor, and I also used the Silver Chalkola, which is here. So the Chalkola paints are these ones. So I have included these in my haul video, and I do show a swatch of them. They're really nice colours, very unique, but they don't have the primary ones in them. But yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed using that, and also my Etsy paints. So I used Honeybee, the pink one, and I also used the Ruby slippers from the Art Spirits for her lips. So that was quite good fun. And yeah, so the Honeybee paints is this sort of turquoisey colour, I believe. And there's also a little bit of pencil here and there as well. So yes, so there's that one. Now this one here, I haven't filled in her eyebrows, which I do need to do. Do you know what? I might just do that now. Why not? So there we go. Done her eyebrows. That's good, isn't it? So for this one here, I also used the Chalkola skin tone colour for her face, which I'm really pleased with. Yeah, I'm really happy with that one. It was good coverage, and as I said, or I don't know whether I did say actually, so the Chalkola paints were actually sent to me, so I can share them on the channel. So they were actually a gift. So anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping to use them a lot more and sort of give my thoughts, but so far I've really enjoyed using them. So I also used a Pilot Pintor Gold, which is this square behind her, Prismacolor on the lips and eyes, and I used a black Prismacolor to go over the lines to make her stand out a bit more. And yeah, this also goes towards Kate's Colouring Haven and Zoe's Disney Birthday Bash colour along. So those are those two. Now, this one here was actually sort of not a, I suppose it was a whip really, but I've just added a few things. And yeah, I might just leave it how it is, to be honest. This one here, I used my Derwent pastel paints, and I also used Bambino for her dress, the bow, her hair, and also the skin. And I'm quite pleased with how it's come out, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that one. Now, I used Archie's paint, which is by Kaylee. And yes, I'm just trying to think what this black one is. Yeah, that one there's also. So all of the like metallic paints and glittery paints are all by Archie's handmade watercolours. So I will link that in the description below. Now, I think there's one more in here. Ah, yes. So this one here, I also used the Chalkola paints. What I did was I used it on him, on the Cheshire Cat, and then I went over with Prismacolors just to give it a bit more like sort of definition and depth. So I'm really pleased with that. And I also used them Bambino crayons, and not crayons, sorry, the pencils, which I recently bought, which is also in a haul video. Yeah, and I used the Art Spirits Gold. It could probably do with the second coat, but I'm quite happy with how it looks, so I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. So there is that one. I used the Derwent blender to blend out the pencil. They're like jumbo pencils. So that worked quite well. And I was meaning to go back over these stars with something, but that's not happened, but that's okay. That's a really cute one. So there is the Deco Art by Hatchet Heroes. Now, last book from Hatchet Heroes. So I think it is just the one that I've done in here. Let's have a look. Yes, so this is also in a video that will be coming out soon. So I used Bambino crayons for this big splat in the background, and I used baby oil to blend it out, which I do show on camera. I used the Renaissance orb paint on these stars, and I'm really pleased. I used Bambino crayons for the hair, the skin and the top, and also the little skirt as well. So I used souffle pens as well as the Derwent pastel gel pens. I've got some Sakura glaze, and yeah, this was really good fun. I used Sakura glaze on the eyes as well. And this here is actually Paul Rubens paint. I think it's called Fiery Red. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the outcome of this. So there is that one. I think that is the only one. Oh no, it's not. No, I did this one as well. So I wanted to redeem myself with the skin, and I think I did redeem myself, because the first one just, you know, it could have been so much better. I used the Derwent blender on Prismacolor actually, for the orange, and I used Prismacolor for the dress and this, and also Bambino crayons here and there as well. So I'm quite pleased with this one. Now the metallic blue you can see is by the Art Spirits. It's called Icy Blue. And then I also used Rebecca's Art Spirits Violet Iridescent, and also the Mirror Dust on her dress. So I'm really pleased with this one. Yeah, I really like the outcome. So there is that one. They're so small, these books, and you do complete it quite quickly, so it's sort of instant gratification. All right, I'm just gonna have my drink. So the next one is also coming up in a video. I'm going to take that out. So this is A Million Bears, and this is by Lulu Mayo. And the page that I completed is one that I've been wanting to do for ages. So I did blend this little guy out on camera, which you'll see in my Bambino blending methods, or I haven't actually named it yet. I filmed it and edited it, but I've not named it, so I'm not sure what it's going to be called, but it will be something along that line. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. So I used Bambino crayons and the Derwent blender. I used the Chalkola pens in certain areas for this little dude and this dude, and I also used the Honeybees paint, which is called Lagoon, and look how beautiful it is. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. Now this sort of silvery paint that you can see is also by Honeybee Pigment, and it is called Tinsel. So yeah, I'm really pleased with her paint so far. I have only got 4 of them, but I have got some more on the way with some Christmas money. So yeah, a Posca background, nothing too fancy. And I did also use, what else did I use? No, I think it was just a Bambino. Yeah, it was the Bambino crayons and also the pencils. So it was a combination of the two. So I'm really pleased with that one. And I've done quite a few in this book now. I mean, I'm sort of like, yeah, I'm getting there. If any of you are interested, I will link up here if I haven't got too many, that is, I will link all of my completed pages in the Lulu Mayo books, if you want to check that out. So there is that one. So the next one is A Million Magical Creatures, and this is also by Lulu Mayo. And the page that I've done, that I have released a video on, Casserole, I don't know, I think I was telling my husband something when he was on the phone to someone. So I used Bambino crayons, Prismacolors, black fine line. Let's go back over the lines. I used the colour shifts as well as Archie's paints and soft pastel in the background. I'm just trying to think because I've not written it down. But anyway, yeah, so I'm really pleased with the outcome of this one. It's good fun. And thank you to all your comments, guys. I was asking in the video, like, you know, what is this called and what is this called? And you guys were great in getting in touch and telling me. Yeah, so thank you for that. Yeah, so there is that one. Very fun, easy. And the other one that I actually returned to was this one here. Now, I wanted to add more depth in the mushroom because I didn't feel like there was enough. So I actually went over it with a Bambino crayon and it worked really well. So originally it was just, I think it was just, was it polychromos? No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Prismacolors. I can't remember exactly. And I also added Stardust stickles on the stars. So it's got a bit more of a a glitter, and then also on the wings I used the fairy dust by Art Spirits for the wings. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this one, and I'm glad that I've added the additions, because I did think it needed something a little bit extra, so I'm quite happy with that now. So that is A Million Magical Creatures, and that is by Lulu Mayo. So this book here, I completed a page in December and forgot to show it. So the page that I completed is towards the end of the book, is this one here. So this one here, I used Tombow RBT pens as like a base, and then went over, I think it might have been Prismacolor, and also I used the Mica Disillusions mica spray. And did it go through? No, well actually it has left a bit of a patch there, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, this was such a good fun page to do, and it was really quick. I did it within an hour. Now this paint here is by the Art Spirits, and it's called Twinkle, and I think there's white gel pen. Yeah, but it was really good fun, so I enjoyed this little page. The background is actually a Posca, and it is called Slate Grey, I believe. So yes, there is that one from Rita Berman's compilation of all the seasons book. So the next one is Rita Berman. So this is Under the Water. I think it's translates to that. I've done a few in this one. So, but the page that I've done most recently for January completed pages is also another one that's on camera, only partially. Do you know what, I was looking at this in the pile and I was thinking, I don't remember colouring in this book. I coloured this one. This is what I coloured. So I used Bambino crayons for, wow, you know, for pretty much all of it, with the exception of like the sparkly stuff, which is Orb by Renaissance, and I used a Derwent blender and also baby oil on these, which I do on camera. So yeah, the glitter from the Orb is gone all over this page, but I don't mind because it's beautiful, and really I should have something in between it, shouldn't I? So yeah, I wanted to sort of connect the two and decided to use a stencil here, and I've just noticed that I've got like a massive like line of some sort of pencil, pen or something, I don't know. Yes, so really enjoyed this one. Was really good fun, and yeah, I've not done a page from this book for a little while now, so I'm really glad that I've got one done. I think the last one I did was probably, let me have a look, pretty sure, no, it must have been in a different book. Yeah, no, it was in a different book. Anyway, so yeah, there is that one. Almost there now, guys. So this one here is a whip. Now, I got this for Christmas from my husband. So it's the world's cutest animal colouring book, and it's illustrated by Lulu. And the page I'm currently working on is this one here. So I used one of the Posca's Posca new colours in it. Is called Ruby Red, I think. It is really patchy. I could have gone over it again, but decided not to and just rolled with it. I've used Prismacolor on here and used Zest It twice. I'm not completely happy with how the blend is looking at the moment, but because I've put quite a lot of pigment down and flattened the tooth, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about it. But the background, I've used the Ruby Red Posca pen as well as Gelato's. I've put a stencil down and then just used I sort of tried to scrub it like in the stencil, onto the paper, which didn't really work. So I ended up just getting a small bit on my finger and then just sort of smearing it. Some bits are a little bit messy, but I really like the effect though regardless. So I am really happy with how this page is turning out. It's just a shame that this isn't quite what I had. I wanted to be a lot smoother than that. But you live and learn. You live and learn. So there is that one. So hopefully you will see that in my completed pages for February. So that is all of them, I think. I probably have forgotten one or two, perhaps. I did look extensively for my Clara Markova postcard, which is still missing. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up if you did, and also drop me a comment. What have you been working on, and is there any particular page that you're really happy with? So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. You take care of yourselves and happy colouring. Bye.